Hey guys, it's Sam and welcome back to Likewise Pod. Today is Minisode day for our last week of November before we get into PODMAS for December. And Issa and I both thought it would be fun to do a little 10 before the end media lists. And so that's what I'm going to bring today, my media 10 before the end. Now, you might be thinking, if you're from the bookish community, isn't 10 before the end your reading list? Yes, it absolutely is. And that's what we did in past years. And I think we talked about it on the pod. Don't remember though. This year, we've not been really reading as much as we would like to, so we're not going to do books, we're just going to do all media. And so my list, I have a couple books, I've got movies, and then a listening section. It's podcast, albums, and audiobooks, because in addition to books I'm wanting to read, there's ones that I specifically want to listen to. So those are going to go in my listening section. This is a safe space. I count audiobooks as reading, as we all should. Okay, if you're not counting audiobooks as reading, come on, get with the program. It's about to be 2026. Audiobooks count as reading, period. Anyways, if you didn't know, when we do minisodes, we both talk about our fun beverages. Listen to that, ice clinking. My fun beverage is practically empty. A little bit is still melting with the ice. But yeah, it was a coffee. It was really good. It's like a maple white chocolate and cinnamon latte. I don't know, super good, and it has cold foam, and I'm just so caffeinated, you can probably tell. It's the best time to record when I'm this caffeinated. Anyways, let's just get into my list. So, starting off strong with books. My first book on my list is a novella. It is A Very Standard Christmas by Sierra Spencer, my good friend. And this is actually not out yet. This releases on December 12th. It is a rom-com Christmas novella. It's part of a whole collaborative anthology series of novellas. I cannot think of the word right now, but there's a bunch of authors participating, and I'm excited, and maybe I can squeeze in reading some of the other ones too, but this one is high on my list. I already have it pre-saved on Kindle, and I'm just so excited. If you've read Eastern Standard, which Issa and I have talked about that book so much on the podcast, we love it. This novella follows Daisy from Eastern Standard, and I could not be more excited. Very much looking forward to that. And if you have not saved it to your want to read, go do that right now. And also keep your want to read up so you can keep adding these other books I'm going to talk about. My second book on my list is If the Fates Allow by Maria Graham, and that releases on December 1st. So by the time you're hearing this, it's probably almost out. Or is out, and I'm just so excited. I adore Maria's writing. She's another author that we've had on the pod before, so you can go back and listen to us talk with her. It was probably one of my favorite guest episodes we've had, and on top of how much I just love her writing, I'm a sucker for holiday romance. Also, one of the tropes in this is fake dating, and it's majorly a big part of the story. I'm so excited. Yeah, I love fake dating. Yes, please give it to me. I cannot wait to read that. And then my last book on my list, guys, this is actually wild of me to admit this, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I know it's so wild. I am partway through the book. I started reading it right when it came out, and I was mid-read in April, and then I lost track and never finished. So I just need to pick it up and finish it. I kind of have started another book since then, so I think I just need to kind of finish the other book I started and then pick it back up, and it'll be great. So yeah, I'm really excited. I was really liking it too. It's not like I wasn't enjoying my read of it. I did really love it. So it's just kind of funny that I was able to put it down and get distracted and never pick it back up. But wild things happen when you're trying to pack up your life and move. So that completes my book category. Moving into movies, I've got 3 movies on my list. The first one is The Running Man, the new movie with Glenn Powell. My sister went and saw it and she really liked it, and it's just been on my list. And I get into a phase where I love going to movie theaters, and I am seeing Wicked on Black Friday with my family, so I feel like after that I'm gonna be craving going back to the movie theater, so maybe I'll go see it, or maybe it'll like come to streaming pretty quickly. I don't know. I'm excited. She said it was really good. Don't have much more to add besides I just want to see it. Next on my list is Frankenstein, the new Frankenstein. I need to watch it still. My sister has been bullying me for not watching it yet because she also has said it's so good. So that's on my list. Might just need to kind of cozy up and do a little at-home movie night with that. And then the last movie on my list is Little Women. I'm craving a rewatch. Honestly, any version, but I've been craving a rewatch of the Greta Gerwig Little Women. So, yeah, very excited that. And then any holiday rom-com. They're not on my list. I only picked 3 movies, but I love watching all the cheesy holiday rom-coms from like every streaming platform, whatever original ones they make every year, I will be watching them. All right. Now, my listening section, I've got 4 things in here. So my first one is I need to catch up on my favorite podcast, which is Goes Without Saying with Steffi and Wing. I've talked about them so many times. They've been my favorite podcast for years. I'm just very behind, and I really want to catch up because I love listening to them. They are so great. The next thing, I still have not listened to Michael Clifford's solo album yet. It's called Side Quest, which it's kind of wild I haven't because I love 5 Seconds of Summer. I'm usually so quick to listen to like everything as soon as it comes out, but Michael's album I just have not gotten around to yet, so that is on my list for listening. And then 2 books I really want to listen to on audiobook are Bottom of the Pyramid by Nia Sue. I have been so excited, and I've got the audiobook saved. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. And another audiobook I've had downloaded for a while is the audiobook for Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I'm so behind and I still have never read Icebreaker, and I've never really felt the urge to, like I've never felt like I really wanted to necessarily, but I saw the audiobook before I was traveling and I saved it, and then I never listened to it. So it's on my audiobooks right now, and I know it would just be like a very quick, nice, easy audiobook listen. So that is the last thing on my listening list. I really just blew through those so fast. I feel like usually my minisodes are close to 30 minutes and I have not even reached 10 minutes of recording, so that's kind of embarrassing. But this was such a fun little activity to try to think of and like make my categories and put them down. There are so many book releases happening that I'm just behind on. I have missed so many releases from our author friends and I feel so bad. So there are some other books that are high on my radar. One of them is Chasing After More by L.F. Sun. I've also had her on the pod before and that episode was so fun. You should go back and listen to it to start thinking about who we're going to have on for Week of Love this year. Is also going to be interesting because we kind of got to start planning that now to try and maybe record with some people in January. If you don't know, Week of Love is when we have indie authors on to talk about their books, and we just do kind of like author interviews with them, which is some of our most popular episodes, and we do that for the whole week of Valentine's Day, so that's why it's called Week of Love. Yeah, cannot wait. So excited for what's coming in 2026, and I'm just still so happy that we're back and recording. I think I'm kind of riding the high of us recording last week. The funniest thing happened after we finished recording. Well, one, we took forever to record last week, and I cut so much out of the episode and it was still almost an hour and a half long. Right after we recorded, we just had like so much inspo and we just started working on our Instagram post for the day the episode went live, and we just started doing so much work right away right after we recorded, which was so funny. We just had that big creative burst and we were really just riding that high. Yeah, it's been a good last week since we started kind of recording and getting back on the horse. So yeah, I'm just really excited, and I appreciate you if you have listened and have been supporting us and waiting patiently for us to come back, and I'm just excited to be back. and cannot wait for PODMAS. I have a couple things I want to do for some of my minis for PODMAS that I'm really excited about. So yeah, I think it's going to be better than our past years, which is exciting. Just, I always want to do better than the last. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. If you want more of us, you can follow us on Instagram. Instagram is at likewise_pod. TikTok is likewise.pod, I believe. Anyways, they're always linked in our caption anyways, so you can go ahead and look at our caption on Spotify or Apple or wherever you're listening to podcasts. But yes, today was so fun. I'm so glad I could share my 10 before the end list with you. I'd love to hear about yours. If you want to make one, tag us in a story, DM it to us, whatever. We always love to chat. So yeah, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!